tell us about the latest and greatest on grants and whatever we can do to get our small businesses going. And Bill, we are recording this if that is okay with you, so we can put it on our Facebook page. Okay.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
okay. So.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Pat and Rachel, we've talked a couple times. I see a familiar face, Lisa Hoffman, good to see you. Katie from AmRamp actually got me in contact with everybody here. So real quick, conifer-based business, we do alternative lending, which is pretty much anything in a nutshell that you can't get through a bank. If a bank declines you due to cash flow, collateral, credit, that's where we come in. So we like to kind of take the special strengths of your business or what it is that you're looking to purchase or what you're getting money for, and we put that together as opposed to a bank where typically they have one loan, they offer it to you, and it kind of has to fit into their exact scenario. So I'm going to put some information in the chat real quick. And I can either share the screen or I think I sent it to you, Pat. If you have that, it's just a real, I don't know, probably a 5-minute spiel of what we have and what alternative funding is and why we have that. And I'm going to kind of give a good overview of what we do grant-wise and things like that.
Deb, can you share the screen with Bill, please? Down at the bottom.
Or Pat, I emailed it to you. I don't know if you still have that. Oh, there we go.
There. Good.
I'm missing.
I was there. Sorry about that. We could have been prepared for this. I did not do that, unfortunately.
There we go.
It's not letting me do it. I'm sorry. I can't get back to mine. Well, there we go. Can you see that now?
No.
Okay, so no one has my share screen?
No, we don't see it.
No.
Okay, I'm just gonna run through it then, everybody. I'm sorry about that. It's up, it's just not letting me do it. But anyway, so what we do, like I say, is if anybody has any funding issues and they want to look at anything from working capital to acquiring a business to growing your business, those are things that we do. We'd be happy to talk to anybody about that. Also, we do, if anybody is looking at doing their PPP, their payroll protection program this year, we are a source for that. There's been a lot of issues with the banks and the SBAs. A lot of people that did it the last 2 rounds, they're not doing it this year. So if anybody would like to talk about that offline, we are a source for that. Again, if you do have a relationship with your local banker, that is great, no problem, but we just want to be an alternative source to get that for you. Now for grants and things, there's a brand new one that just came out. I just found out about yesterday, specifically for restaurants, bars, caterers, fitness and recreational, movie theaters. The typical thing, or the difficult thing I should say with grants, is they change so much. So what I do is I just constantly look at the local sources that I have. Send that out. In the chat right there, if you, I don't know, for the easiest way, since we're recording it, you can click copy and paste, whichever you'd like to do. But it has my contact up at the top, and then the places that I go when I want to find out about local grants, be the some are national, some are Jeffco, some are Park. The hard thing about them is they're constantly changing. They're industry specific, and they have dates to them. So I wish I could say, okay, here's a grant, here's all the local things that we need to do. I go through these on a weekly basis, find out what's new, as well as look at, I don't know, chamber members. That's a good source. You can go on the Conifer and Evergreen website just to find out. They have a lot of funding sources that are going on due to the epidemic, pandemic, everything that's going on right now. So those are the main places that I go when I want to find information. Typically, if you're not eligible for a grant, there are some other short-term funding things that we can do, be it for working capital. There's a lot of specific to industry short-term funds that are out right now, which would be 5 or 6 months interest only, that'll balloon at the end, and then we can look at refinancing. And that's for maybe you want to hire people or you want to have some kind of cash flow to get you through. It might be 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 just to get through the initial hurdles that people have. Unfortunately, the typical, I think probably since we're all 6 years old, we've had it drilled into our head that you go to the bank when you want to get a loan or when you need money. With everything going on right now, that is not so much the case that it used to be. Again, that's where we try to come in and fulfill a need. If you're looking for working capital, be it a loan, be it a grant, we can go on into that as a case-by-case basis. No charge. Obviously, I'm willing to answer any questions, especially to help out with SBA funding, government funds, and things like that. So I apologize, my share screen, my presentation didn't work out, but I'm probably more concise if I fit it all together in a couple minutes. But if anybody has any questions or wants to reach out and contact, I'd be more than happy to help everybody with what's going on right now, PPP or individual funding things as we get through everything that's going on. So.
Can I just ask a quick question to you, Bill?
Sure.
Because this is being recorded, would it be possible for you to just say your name and your company name, your phone number, and your email so that everybody could have easy access to it?
Absolutely. I apologize. Yes, that is in the chat. Also, if anybody sees that, if you scroll up to the top, it's Bill Aubin, A-U-B-I-N. My phone is 303-885-9701. And I'm with Optive Commercial Capital. Email bill@optivecc.com. Member Evergreen Chamber, Conifer Chamber, Better Business Bureau website. There's a lot of information on there. We do a monthly flyer via subscription just of loan opportunities and things that we can do for you, especially if you're not able to get funded. If you've been declined for a bank, that's where we try to capitalize and help you out.
And how can we sign up for that newsletter?
If it's on the website, there's a subscription link on there. I'd be happy to, I could have put it on here too, but it is on the bottom of the website. It says subscribe, and I can also, I can get that information to Pat, and she can have my presentation available and funding sources, and I can kind of shoot stuff over to her as it comes out, and she can disseminate it as needed.
Great.
Thank you. Scott, you're still muted.
Anybody have any specific questions or funding or PPP or grant stuff that I can answer for you now, or offline after the meeting we can certainly get together?
I'll ask
Yes.
a quick question. Have you heard anything about any of the loans being turned into grants or being written off? Or
Just right now, as we speak, I'm waiting for the newest, I know for the initial PPP and the EIDL, nothing has changed with that as far as the forgiveness and things. And we do have some links if you want to look into what's going on with that. The very newest PPP, we're still waiting for the final guidelines for the SBA to come out with that. Everything should be very close to the same as it was before. There's nothing drastic except they have allowed, let's say they're trying to capitalize a little bit more and make it more accessible for your smaller business, your underserved communities. $150,000 and lower are much easier to apply for. They're making it for a not-for-profits, which helps for your chambers, your churches, your very theater groups, a couple specific things that weren't necessarily wrapped up into the first one, Steph, but it should still be the same as far as the forgiveness, and we're looking at it actually being easier. We're waiting day by day. We're expecting by the end of this week, barring all the other political things going on, that they should have some finalized SBA guidelines, though. Right now, we're just taking information, but we're not able to submit the applications because they haven't come out 100% with the forgiveness policy, what documents are required for it, and things like that.
Right.
So it's kind of a hurry up and wait type thing. So
Sure.
we should know shortly.
Great.
I have a question.
Yes.
So Bill, on the previous PPE, are they accepting the forgiveness application at this time?
Yes, they are. And there was some dates for it, and I can't remember what they were, Ruth. I know they were changing them. There was one, and then I know it got extended a little bit. And then there was the 8-week option, the 24-week option. So it's unfortunately, it's been very up in the air right now. And I've been contacting, I have a local SBA representative that I talk to quite frequently just to say, keep me posted as things change, because they do. So
Okay.
you can get lost on the SBA website.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, you're muted.
Just one more question for you.
Sure.
Sorry to monopolize this.
Absolutely.
Have you had any luck with the Jefferson County, the CARES Act program? Have you helped anybody get funds from that one?
I have not specifically. I've pretty much referred people if they have any specific questions or anything that they're doing. I didn't take advantage of it myself, and I'm telling anybody that can. I certainly don't ever want anybody to take a loan that they don't need, but at the same time, it's certainly a good thing. The one, I don't want to say caveat, the one thing I just came up with yesterday, I was trying to get an SBA loan for someone. Unfortunately, now they can't get their new loan they wanted to purchase another business because they already have 3 loans out. They have an SBA on their current business that they own, they have PPP, and they have an EIDL loan. They want to get another SBA loan out to purchase a business. So I do kind of caution you, if you don't need it, unfortunately, this person is not eligible for an SBA just because they already have 3 out. I think I think everything that is coming out is a good thing. If you need it, don't get caught up into, hey, it's free money, it's forgivable, I don't have to pay that, or it's 1%. I'm not saying take it or not take it, just look at your own situation and see.
Great. Good.
Does anyone else have anything?
Not at the moment.
Well, Bill, thank you so much for being with us this morning. We really appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't have that ready, your presentation ready.
That's okay. You didn't miss much. It was just an overview. It's a little bit more detailed and it looks nicer than just seeing my face up here ramble, but you get the idea. So
if anyone does have any questions, they can contact Bill directly, find out exactly what you can do. And sounds like he's the man to go to get your loan and keep your business going during this time. So thank you again so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. I'm going to jump off. I've got another meeting in a minute. So thank you for the opportunity. Look forward to helping anybody. And if anybody has any specific, and if I hear of anything new, I'll pass that along as well. So,
Okay, beautiful. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we've heard the business side of things of how to keep it going, but Jani McCarty is, I've known her for many, many years, and she has a wonderful newsletter. If you can get on and get her newsletter, but she's here to help us mentally, because like I said, it's the new year, it's an empty slate. How are we going to fill it? What are we doing differently? I know I'm making some changes to how I do business now, etc. You know, I'm not going to sit home all the time. It's just not working for me. So Jani's here to help us mentally, emotionally, etc. So if we can mute again, Jani, please.
I'll unmute.
Do you need me to share? Do you need to share your screen, Jani?
No.
Okay.
I've done that before, but I just couldn't get that together this morning. So it's just going to be me. I'm going to put you all on gallery because thank you so much, Pat, for inviting me to share today. And I also want to acknowledge Rachel because Rachel has invited me several times to come back and visit and rejoin you all. As well as it's so nice this morning as I was anticipating, joining you today. I was thinking about a lot of the women that I see today, and that I traveled the same path years ago, and I wanted to show Karen my earrings because these are.
Oh, I love it.
And I have several. And I'm enjoying so many pieces that you created, Karen, and also that you recreated from some of my old jewelry, which is really a great gift to give yourself, to take some pieces that have a lot of sentimental value and to be able to have you pull it apart and create something new that is more current and has new life in it. So thanks, Karen. And Chrissy, it's good to see you, although you're way back there, sister. I can hardly see you. And I don't know, it's just great to be here and to be a part of the energy that is always it's just so powerful, and it's also home. There's something about being with women, and I know we all feel it. In fact, Deb and I were talking earlier before we started about how nice it is to have some alone time in our homes when our husbands are gone. And especially, I've been married for 36 years, and my husband is still, thank goodness, my best friend. However, we both have vibrant lives separate. And during this pandemic, we've been with each other quite a bit. So it's so nice to have a breath of fresh air and a break. My name is Jani McCarty, and I am a transformational teacher and a Heal Your Life coach. And my business name is Love and Light Transformation. I've been coaching people and teaching workshops and Soul Sister Journey groups for over 10 years now. I do have an office, although I haven't been hanging out in there much. I started a year ago, last November, and had a new office and was all excited and was going to release these new journey groups and workshops in 2020, starting about March. And of course, that didn't happen. And so like a lot of us, I kind of had to regroup, and lots of good things has come out of it. And a lot I've recognized that I wanted to let go. My blog that Pat was referring to is called Celebrate. It's my Celebrate blog, and I've been writing it for about 10 years. In 2018, I compiled several of the blogs and published a book, Celebrate, an interactive journey through life's invitations. And basically, my passion and my commitment to myself and to all of you is to help you find your, realign and find your path, your power, and your purpose. All of us have whatever we need within us. We always have, and we always will. In fact, it's amazing when we start uncovering ourselves and unveiling the heavy energies and weights that we've put on ourselves, how really cool it is and how freeing it is to be able to just step forward and to trust yourself and to be able to decide what you want and to be able to just know the steps to take to move forward. As I was listening to each of you with your businesses, every one of us have one aspect, one element of our business that is truly unique, that no one else can compete with, no one else can attract with, and certainly no one else can contribute. And that's you. the thing that makes your business and your life and your contribution in this world totally unique, beautiful, and unlimited is you. So, you know, we make goals in our businesses and we look at how can I be of service? How can I really share what it is I have that's mine? That's really what I'm here to share with others. How can I do that? And in business, we make goals and we set up systems and we practice sharing that through our businesses. It's the same in all of our lives regarding ourselves. We have a unique spark. I believe that each of us is a unique spark of the whole divine light of all there is. Now, my dad used to always get after me because I'm so woo-woo. So if the woo-ness kind of triggers you, well, that's great, because it'll maybe invite you to think about some things in a different way. And I'm all about that. The blog that I wrote that Pat liked was "Intention is a Superpower." Intention is a superpower. Also, focus is a secret tool to success. What is intention? Intention is choosing a direction for our focus. We have to decide what we want, what we would like to go after, how we would like to feel during the day, whatever it is, and we set an intention. An intention is just merely focusing our attention in a specific direction. I'd like to read you a quote from L.R. Nost, and this is in my blog, "Intention is a Superpower." "Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended, not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world waits for the light that is in you." So that's what an intention is all about, is making a decision and setting our focus on how it is we want to express our light in the world. And our business is one way, definitely. I like to divide kind of the categories when I'm looking at my life and how what I want to change, what I want to accomplish. I divide my focus into 3 categories, and I entitle them personal care, professional contribution, and quality relationships. Because to me, all the other aspects definitely fall underneath that. Our intention puts into play a decision we've made. It doesn't matter what it is. Like today, I set an intention to be confident and comfortable in meeting my friends this morning. It's not such a big deal, but wow, it helps me to focus. And whenever I have a sense that I might be falling off that, or my focus of feeling comfortable and confident is moving away, I can quickly see that and just write the course. It isn't a matter of redoing ourselves. It's a matter of refocusing ourselves and allowing ourselves to trust that whatever we need, we have within us. If we can be razor sharp, I don't know if I don't like that. How about we can bring in our tunnel vision, we can bring our outer vision into tunnel. You know, one of the things about women is that, and men, but regarding vision and perspective. Men have a wide scope. Women have a telescopic scope. And we can focus on a detail that can be lost for others. Our intention is a superpower that allows us to commit ourselves to something, and it frees us up from the distraction of everything else. It's like a goal, although a goal comes after the intention. We must set an intention, a direction of focus, then we can look at breaking that down into smaller things, because a goal will give us a measurable event. And then it can become an affirmation, which most of us know about affirmations and either dabble in them or believe in them wholly, or occasionally feel different things about it. But I truly believe in the law of attraction and that everything is energy. And so whatever we set our attention to, we invite the law of attraction, the energy, to come in and to conspire for our success. I have an exercise that I do with my clients, and I do myself. And it's really learning to, and taking the time daily to bring in a practice. And that's what everything is. Intention setting, success, and focus are all muscles. They're all aspects of ourselves, skills of ourselves, that when we practice them, just like doing push-ups or abs or yoga or meditation, whatever it is that we do, when we practice it or develop a practice of it, it brings in our superpower. It attracts all like energy from the law of attraction, from the world and from the universe, and it supports us to move forward in it. And it can be immediate. Our greatest detriment to our success in focus is distraction. And distraction just merely suspends or pulls us aside from what it is that we really want, and how it is we do want to show up, and what is really important to us, and making the decisions that honor ourselves. The really cool thing about making choices that honor our highest self is that when we do that, again, because we are all connected, it is in the highest and greatest benefit for everyone else. Now, sometimes when we're involved in things, that's hard to believe. And yet I invite you to try it. When we, okay, the exercise that I'm going to share with you is called Focus is the Secret Skill of Success. And each morning, you have to have a journal or something to write it with. Each morning, you set an intention. And you can start it out like this. Today I intend to, like I shared about the one. Today I intend to greet everyone I meet with a smile. Today I intend to focus on what I want. Today I intend to finish emptying the trash. Today I intend to trust myself in my conversation with my husband. Today I intend to greet 3 new people. Whatever we put into our thought and put into our words, and then we write it down. And I suggest too that making a little, I'm old school, 3x5 card, but also you can use just a sticky. After you've written that down in your journal, today I intend to, whatever that is, write it down on a little sticky. And I suggest also that you put intend to ... and then just write underneath there. Because it's really important for us to stay with the focus that this is an intention I set for today. And then take that sticky with you. Either put it on your planner. I don't know if anybody has planners besides me anymore, but or on your computer, the bathroom mirror, your car dash, because then, it's with you all day. The second part to this exercise is in the evening before retiring. You answer 2 questions in your journal. Today I discovered that. I always put ... Today I discovered that. And you write down what you discovered, whatever it is, but there's going to be something. There's going to be something that sticks out that you go, wow, and you write it down. And the second question, or unfinished sentence, I guess. One thing I'm grateful for is ... We could all take a breath now, because I was holding mine. I'm seeing all of you. Go ahead, you guys. Come on, humor me. I don't see any of you taking. There we go. Thanks, Rachel. Okay, there's a few of you. Yeah. The thing about taking a breath is you have to exhale. And that's where the value is. Yes, you get the vitality and you get the energy. The breath is the connection to our life. I mean, it is the vitality of our life. And so what's really great is whenever you start feeling, like I think all of us were feeling, including me, a little bit, you take a breath. And then when you exhale, whatever was starting to build up, actually suppress and push down, has a way to leave. Our breath is beautiful that way. Okay. So I am going to, kind of like, I would like to read to you something from Marianne Williamson, and many of you are familiar with it, A Return to Love, and it's basically about, in a response to A Course in Miracles. And I remember hearing this, 20, 30, well, maybe longer than that. And kind of liking it, and then pretending I didn't really want it. I just didn't really, I mean, it was fine, but it was just, I guess I wasn't ready for it yet. So the world is waiting. The darkness of the world, and especially in this pandemic time, and even as recent as the heavy, dark energy of last night and yesterday in our country. I can focus on whatever is the upset. I can focus on how sad and bad and horrible something is outside of me. And nothing will change except that I will feel worse. And I will have no next step to take. Or I can shift my focus. I can choose the direction of my focus, and I can point all of my energy, attention, words, thoughts, and actions towards what it is I want. And when I do that, immediately, I'm amazed at the downloads I get. You know those downloads, those intuitive downloads we all get that we say, oh yeah, and then we still do the thing, and then we say, why didn't I listen to myself? Or it's even worse than that. You really want something. You really know this is for you. And yet, for whatever reason, you just hold back. I'm here to inspire you and to encourage you, and yes, really to invite you to trust yourself and to choose the direction of your focus by setting intentions that honor your highest and greatest good, and will therefore honor everyone's highest and greatest good. And here's what Marianne Williamson said, I think it was in the 70s, dating. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is not our light. It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. As we let our own light shine, we consciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Go shine, sisters. Thanks.
Love you so much. I'm so glad you were with us today, Jani.
Thank you.
Yeah, we needed to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't, can we unmute or let me,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I think we have a few minutes for questions, and then I also want to put some information in the chat. Basically, I just would like to, I'll just put it in now. How's that? Let's see. Okay, good. It worked. I put in the chat for everyone the link to my coaching page on my website. And if you also just want to go learn more about me or sign up to get my Celebrate blog, and also to read some of the blogs, in specifically this one that I just sent out, you can just go to my website, which is janimccarty.com. Jani McCarty, McCarty.com.
I have enjoyed her newsletters for years, and it just seems that this is the year we really, really needed you, Jani, because it's been so difficult. Yesterday was reminiscent for me of the 60s of all the riots, you know, having gone through those, etc. We just need a little more hope, because it is going to end, you know, at some point.
Yeah.
And I want to tell everybody, I got my first COVID shot on Tuesday, because I'm one of the old guys. And yeah, my arm is a little sore if I touch it. But beyond that, it's like no big deal. So, you know, the sooner you can do it. And to me, that was, as much as I don't like inoculations and don't really believe in all this stuff, it's like, okay, it was a hope, let's move on, you know, something positive to do. And I think Jani's newsletter this week of intention and what you've given us now to start the day, end the day, whatever, it's like, you know, another positive step. And we need all the positives we can get right now. So
If if you'd like just a copy, it's a one-page exercise. You can print it out and use it. I would just invite you to email me And it's kind of a funky email address, but it speaks for itself. Choose Forward Movement. It's all one word at gmail.com. Choose Forward Movement. Or you can reach me through my website, or because I'd be happy to share that with you. And also, if you just want to touch base with me and ask me some questions, and to see if there's an aspect of your life that you're blocked, or you just want maybe a cheerleader, nobody take offense, a cheerleader in your court to help you, feel better about something that you're doing or whatever. Or maybe you're ready to let go of something that you know is really clear and you haven't known how to do it. If you go to my either website, the coaching page, there's also a little button down there for a 30-minute consultation. And basically we'll just have a conversation. I'll ask you some questions, or you can ask me some questions, or both. And I really do invite you to reach out if you would like to connect, because the biggest sadness and upset for me during this pandemic has been the disconnection.
Right.
And I love
Need hugs.
technology. I love technology. However, there's something about one-on-one and even that physical and touch, So anyway.
Yeah.
And good for you, Pat. When do you have your schedule for your second one?
Well, we're going to be gone. So we're trying to figure out how we can do the second one, because you have to go back to the same place. And what we're discovering is they get in the batch for that day, and you have to go back exactly 4 weeks later, because that's when they get the second batch in. So it's like, we aren't quite sure what to do.
You'll set an intention on that.
That is my intention for during this one. So I didn't know how to label it, but now I know.
Jani, I have a question.
Yes.
When you were talking about the 3 areas that you break down daily, what was the third one?
I am, I got to put you back on the speaker because it's Ruth, right?
Yes.
Okay. So personal care or self-care. The second one is professional contribution.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one, my favorite.
Say that again.
My favorite, quality relationships.
Quality relationships. Okay.